Telegraph. Steve, what have they got?
A couple of stories that are of interest. Rayner faces new homes tax questions. Although, actually, most of this article is Rayner faces exactly the same tax questions as yesterday and last week and all of these ones. She owned a house, sold it, claimed that it was her primary residence and therefore didn't pay capital gains tax.
Yeah.
This story also mentions that maybe, if the husband did the same, they said they might have had two bites of the cherry if they were both doing it. Again, we've got mights and coulds in there. One thing I do think is interesting in the story, it says, however, married couples cannot legally have two primary residents for tax purposes. Obviously, for tax purposes. But the idea that a married couple can't legally live apart might need changing. Look,
oh, yes, Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah, it's the ideal way to live, isn't it?
I mean, if you were going to get married to somebody like Lewis, I think a second home would be...
in the country.
I mean, ultimately,
in a
you'd
different
save
country.
money on the NHS, wouldn't you, on mental health care? So I think it would be in the taxpayer's interest.
Or if they're going to get married to me, maybe they should find a mental hospital to be living in. What did I just put myself
Yeah, that's our job tonight.
Yeah, sorry about that.
What do I do now? You're going to do all my life.
Is that you know, married couples can be separated, but if they're going to file one collective thing, they can't get the benefits from both places. So I disagree with you about that. You know, what the problem with this woman is that she wasn't expecting people to watch her, and she wasn't. Why is that funny? She wasn't expecting people to watch her.
It's funny to me that you thought of that after your career, or during your career, sorry, not after.
Well, it's the same thing here. Louis Schaefer's blowing up, and maybe people are going to be looking at my tax business.
I didn't know you'd ever paid any tax. That's fascinating. OK, there's another story on here. Scottish primary... no, you're supposed to read it, not me.
Oh, yeah. This is...
You're going to do it? Yeah, I can do it, yeah. Scottish primary schools will have pupils as LGBT champions. And I did see that. And do you remember when champions meant winning at a thing?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I hope that's not what this story means, that they're going to be gladiatorially winning. But no, basically it's going to be support groups, and it's money from the charity.
At the age of 4, they're saying here, asking kids at 4 what their sexuality is. Inappropriate, Lewis?
You know what? I think yes, obviously, it's inappropriate, but then again, kids don't know what it means, so it's probably better to ask them at 4 than ask them at 16 when they probably know what it means. They're just asking, like, do you like Johnny? Who's your best friend? They say, are you gay? And they go, no, I want a dog. This is what a 4-year-old...
Do you think it might be OK to just not ask them about their sexuality at all?
It would be nice, but we're not heading in that direction. We're heading in a direction which is basically to destroy all families. And this is part of it, is to take away power from families and put it in the schools. So it's the end.
We're forcing married people to live together. That sounds like not destroying families enough right now.
That's actually a good thing. We should force people to live together. We should...
I look forward to reminding you of that. So let's move on.